Hi. Wow. Welcome back to the final season is upon us. And I just got done watching episode 1. There's actually been 2. They've released 2. They've done a double bill. If you like Discovery, that's fine. I don't. But if you like Discovery, you'll probably like this. But if you don't like Discovery, then I don't think anything's going to change for you. Because this is quintessentially Star Trek Discovery. There's no difference. So, the first episode. What's it about? Well, for a good portion of the episode, it's about pretty much just nothing. And I'll get to what's going on towards the end of the review. So I'll do a little bit of a breakdown for you. I won't go into too much detail because there is a lot that happens, but it's a lot of nothing that happens. This episode opens with Space Jesus Michael Burnham in a spacesuit on the outside of a ship that's at warp, and she's trying to disable the ship, and she's she's having a really good time with herself because she's Space Jesus, and she's having a really good time on the outside of this ship traveling at warp. It's all once again epileptic, seizure inducing. I honestly have a headache after seeing that much flashy warp effect, and I also have a headache because it's Michael Burnham, and oh god, the stupid is just unbelievable. So yeah, she's on the outside of a ship at warp trying to disable it. Then it kicks back to like 3 hours earlier, and they're all at a reception. Discovery's spore drive's being officially shut down because who needs a spore drive? They've got a better drive. I think that does exactly the same thing. There's a mission by Dr. Cronenberg. It's a red directive. A red directive, because these people love the fucking colour red. I don't understand their obsession with the fucking colour red. Red angels, red signals, red doors. Jesus Christ, red fucking directives. This is fucking red everything. Why? It's unbelievable. So there's red directive, and there's like a secret mission, and there's a Romulan ship, a Romulan scout ship. Which was kind of nice to see again, I suppose, in some ways. Just a little bit different, if you know what I mean. On this Romulan ship is this MacGuffin box. Okay, it's a mystery box, so it's another mystery box. But the mystery box is opened before the end of the episode, so it's not going to be a mystery box season. It's just a mystery box episode with a mystery box. But that might lead to more mystery boxes, and this is officially the most times in one day that I've said mystery box. They've got to get to this mystery box, because inside the mystery box is something that can damage the Federation. That awesome thing that everybody in Discovery just tosses off over. They think that the Federation, their Federation, is a lot better than the Federation that came before. There's 2 arseholes. I don't know whether they know what they've got. I don't think they know what they've got there, but they're raiding the Romulan ship for artifacts, and they find this artifact, which is this MacGuffin mystery box. There's this bit that it's all leading up to the bit with Burnham on the ship. One of them throws some kind of grenade, something like that, at Burnham, and she survives the explosion because she's got shields, and she's also got this Iron Man spacesuit that, whenever there's a hull breach and she's sucked out into space, she just has a spacesuit on. You remember from the previous seasons. And she actually floats towards their ship, and they escape with the MacGuffin box, and she's on top of the ship trying to disable it. Now, this is where something really, really bizarre happened. There's another ship, there's a Discovery and another ship, and this other Federation ship, which looks like a horseshoe with 4 cigars. I'm not fucking joking. It's the ship design and Discovery is beyond shit at this point. It's just awful. The ships are fuck ugly. They're horrible. What the hell are they thinking? I'm not going to get ahead of myself. Anyway, this other ship, and it's kind of like mirrors the moment in season 2 where Burnham's talking down to the white guy, you know, the male, the white male who knows everything, who's done everything, and you get a similar moment on here with a captain of another ship. He's basically saying, you know, we're not letting go of you. We've got the ship in the tractor beam because they followed the ship and they got the ship in the tractor beam. And Burnham's on the top of the ship, shooting the ship, you know, trying to disable it. And he's saying, no, we're not letting them go. I know these people. They're going to get away. They're going to escape and everything like that. Burnham talks down to him. They start having this argument. He goes, I know what I'm doing. We're not letting the ship go. And she's going, yeah, you got to let the ship go. You're going to destroy everyone. Oh, I know better. I'm Space Jesus. I'm the amazing Michael Burnham. Don't you know? You know, he's just a voice at this point. And he's like, oh, yeah, no, I'm not letting them go. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Blah, 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 blah. You know, typical, I know what I'm doing. The first thing I said, I bet he's a white guy. I bet he's just this white male, because that's the way it goes on Discovery. Burnham's always right, and she can never be wrong. And lo and behold, he is. Not that it matters, of course. They lose them in the end, because, you know, the captain goes, all right, damn it, Burnham, you made a point. Fine, you're right, I'm wrong. And releases a tractor beam, and they bugger off. They manage to track them down because Burnham says, I know a guy who might know, and I think you know who I'm talking about. It's the return of Book. Book is back on the ship. And he goes, oh, Michael, it has been ages since I've seen you. You haven't called me. Book helps them track down the two arseholes from the Romulan ship. And they track them down to this planet with this trader called Jeff. Jeff? No, not Jeff. Frank! This trader called Frank, who happens to be a Soong-inspired synth. That's android. But he looks like a scrawny... In fact, he looks like Sheldon dressed up as Data. That's what he looks like. You remember, for those of you who have seen the Big Bang Theory crap, you know, Sheldon dresses up as Mr. Data, and it looks like him. It's quite hilarious. He opens the MacGuffin box, and there's a diary from a Romulan diary. And in this diary is a bunch of stuff, and he reads it, and they have a disagreement over price. Apparently this android is way too nervous, and I don't understand why. The only reason they made him an android is that they can download his memory once he dies, because he does die. He gets shot by the two arseholes. They steal the book, the diary, not the book, and they fuck off. And obviously Discovery is fashionably late. They track them down, and you know, a desert speeder bike chase ensues. Are you with me? Still, Burnham's being all awesome. She gets hit by a boulder, but she's okay because she's only got 2 skull fractures here and here, but she's okay. Don't worry. And the enemy ship's getting away, and they have flown towards this cavern, and they've set some explosives. They go in the cavern, and it's like a tunnel system and they can come out anywhere. You know, Discovery won't be able to track them, and other guy's horseshoe ship won't be able to track them. Again, Burnham and the captain have this argument. He wants to detonate their explosives before they reach the tunnel and collapse the entrance. And Burnham's like, no, that'll cause an avalanche. You don't want to do that. That'll cause an avalanche. So they have this argument. And then the captain, the other captain, the white dude, he orders his ship to destroy the cavern entrance. And the ship does it, and Burnham's like, no, you're not listening to me. And destroys the cavern entrance. It collapses, but it doesn't cause an avalanche that's going to wipe out this little village. Doesn't do it. And then the guy still gets the blame when the bad guys decide to cause the avalanche instead. And he gets to blame. He did something, and that gave them the idea. This is stupid. Anyway, that's what they do. They cause an avalanche, and this village, this trading outpost, or whatever you want to call it, is at risk from this giant avalanche, and Burnham's racing, and Buck is racing, and the captain, the white captain, is racing away from this avalanche. And in the end, after a few sort of, we need to save these people because they're in the way, and we need to save those people and they're in the way. And this is where I have to give the show a little bit, and then only a little bit of credit, because I actually thought it was a really clever idea. Is what they do is they use the two, they use the pizza cutter ship and the horseshoe ship, and create a shield bubble around them both. They just shove their ships into the ground, to block the avalanche. Use the ships to block the avalanche, and I thought that was really quite good. Can't believe I'm saying it. Oh, fucking hell. I'll soon be over that aneurysm because it just gets more and more stupid. Anyway, they stop the avalanche. They get back to the ship. They've managed to, using Jeff, or not Jeff, fucking hell, I keep saying Jeff, Frank's positronic memories, they managed to glimpse all the pages of this diary that he looked at. This is where it gets dumb. Once again, Discovery is taking a pretty fun, solid Star Trek episode, this time The Next Generation, and they're doing a follow-on from it using elements in a completely unoriginal way to do a follow-on from it in the 32nd century, wherever the fuck they are. You remember the episode The Chase with Professor Galen and the Romulans and Cardassians and the Klingons and the search for the origin of life, and we have Salome Jens. The Romulan that was on that ship was the scientist in the background of that episode, not the main scientist, but the scientist in the background of that episode. He has been, researching all of this, and he thinks he's found the technology that race used to seed the galaxy. That's not very original, is it? Fuck's sake. There's a lot to unpack in this episode, and I'm not going to be able to cover it all in this review. That's basically the breakdown for episode 1 of Discovery, and it is everything that is Discovery is here. There's been absolutely no change. I get the sense that they are going a slightly more fun and comedic route with what they're doing with Discovery for this season, because they're probably just saying, it's season 5, let's just have a bit of fun, but it's still shit. It's still Discovery. It's still shit. And it's not changed. There are points in this episode where I was practically dozing off. What else happens? Saru, the Vulcan woman ambassador lady, proposes to Saru. Tilly's in it, and she's a bit more Tilly than she was before. And in many ways, she's fucking annoying still. God, I think she's drunk at one point in this episode, and that was really fucking annoying. And she's got some stuff to do, in the background. Fuck's sake. That was episode 1. I'm going to watch episode 2 now and get right back to you. God. On to episode 2. I hate this. That was entirely too much Discovery for one day. I won't give you the like a blow-by-blow rundown because it wasn't that type of episode. There was an awful lot of whoppers in this episode. An awful lot of whoppers. So firstly, the episode opens and there's a fucking tribunal. There's a fucking tribunal for the white male captain who made the decision to destroy the entrance to the cavern of the two arseholes that rigged it to collapse. Burnham's in this tribunal as well, and she's asked by Cardassian president woman person if she agrees with his decision to destroy that entrance, because he's getting the fucking blame for the bad guys causing the avalanche. He's getting the fucking blame. Because they would never have had the idea to collapse the entrance had he not made that decision. To set the explosives off early, they had the original idea to collapse the entrance to that tunnel, knowing full well there would be an avalanche. He decided to destroy it first so they couldn't go that way, and then they caused an avalanche. And he gets the blame for it. And I won't go through a blow-by-blow description. They go to the fucking planet, which was hinted at in the last episode, to try and find more MacGuffins, more clues. And they figure it out by a load of convenience. There's one point where the white dude, the white captain, he transmits himself onto Discovery and helps Tilly and Adira figure out that the defense system on this planet in these statues where the clue to the fucking secret of life is, that it's being powered by electromagnetic energy. And the one thing that they have to do is destroy where the drones came from. The drones that are shooting her, Burnham and Saru. They go through all the possible power generation technology until they come to electromagnetic energy that's powering it. And their choice is to destroy the hub where the drones came from. They are so thick and so stupid. Everything that has happened in this second episode is just pure fucking convenience. Pure fucking convenience. They're trying to do a mystery adventure, and they end up answering all the fucking questions to everything just by fucking convenience, or by the fact that the questions in the first instance are so fucking stupid. Saru comes up with the idea of an EMP to shut down the drones. Yeah, an EMP to shut them down. Burnham doesn't like that idea, but Saru puts his foot down and says, I think we should do this. And Burnham's like, no, I don't think we should. And he says, no, I'll do it and I'll run. And the running was, interesting. He ran really fast and sort of got the drones away, while Burnham sets the phasers to like an overload or an underload or whatever it is, to set off an EMP to shut down these drones. Nothing of which I'm saying is making sense, I know. But believe me, the episode really didn't make an awful lot of sense. So Burnham sets off an EMP, destroying the drones, saving the day. And then they manifest new weapons out of their tech or their gear. Before, Saru said the EMP would affect our technology, so it must affect theirs. It's like, well, you've just EMP'd your own technology. How can you manifest new phases? Anyway, they find a part, a piece of the puzzle, which they take back to the Discovery. Now, there'll be loads I'm missing out in this episode because I'm so fucking frustrated with a lot of the things that were said. One of the things that was said by Burnham when she gets, when Saru and Burnham's plan works and she finds Saru again, is that was a good suggestion. Thank you for that suggestion. It's like they're trying to say that Burnham is taking advice from other people. They're maybe listening to a few criticisms that we've had of Discovery along the way, and they're trying to sort of correct it, but they're not actually doing that. What they're doing, what they're eventually ending up saying, is that Burnham is just the fucking answer to everything. Because the guy who's in the tribunal at the beginning, who's getting the blame for the bad guys having the idea, and Burnham was perfectly... It's like Burnham is just like that teacher's pet that gets away with everything. Just fucking... It's unbelievable. He did nothing wrong, and Vance Admiral Shithead or whatever his name is tells him to take an early retirement, and he ends up having to be forced into retirement and losing his commission because he did something that gave the bad guys an idea. Burnham's completely fucking innocent, of course, and he steps down. Obviously Saru's going off to get married. This was his last mission, so he's leaving the ship to go and get married, and Burnham fucking makes the fucking captain guy who's lost his commission her first officer. So Burnham comes out on top of everything. This show hasn't changed. This is gonna be a hilarious laugh, and I'm not joking about anything that I've said. Nothing I've said, is anyway inaccurate. This is what happens. Now, it's not all that happens, but it's mostly what happens. Their next clue, by the way, is on Trill, so we're going back to Trill, I suppose. What did I think of the episodes? So, the episodes were shit. They were Discovery. Now, I said at the beginning of this review, if you like Discovery, you're probably going to like this because it's just more Discovery. They're trying to have a bit more fun with it. They're trying to make it a little bit more humorous, I suppose. And to some degree, it sort of does feel ever so slightly different in that sense. But all of Discovery's problems, the fact that Burnham can do no wrong, Burnham is the savior, Burnham is fucking God, it's all still there. And the fact that they've taken an episode of The Next Generation, just one episode, and they have decided to do essentially a follow-on or sequel to that episode, fucking 700, 900 years into the future, however fucking long it is just ridiculous in my point of view. And Mars a pretty good episode. Getting through 2 episodes of this show, this season, was difficult back to back. It was really hard, and I didn't enjoy it. There were a few moments there where I thought, well, that was all right, I suppose. For the most part, this is just Star Trek Discovery. It's more of Star Trek Discovery. Book is just plain Book. None of the characters have really changed or evolved or are any different. Burnham, there were, like I said, there was some absolute whoppers in this episode from Burnham. And I can't actually name them all. But what I'm going to do, and I'm hoping that you'll join me, I've got a few guests coming on Friday night. This is tomorrow night, and it'll be 10 o'clock British time, London time, I suppose. It's a new sort of segment or show that I'm doing. It's an evening in 10 forward where we discuss pretty much any news of the week or Star Trek stuff of the week and stuff like this. This is going to be discussed with myself and my guests. So I do hope you'll join me in my stream. Now, like I said, the fact that the Federation is at threat is sort of secondary for us as an audience, because they're trying to make us have a good time along the way, failing miserably. And to be honest with you, everything it's just a sea of convenience at this point. My reviews are fairly incoherent. I don't have really time to think about the nuance of what I want to say. That's part of the reason I actually enjoy doing these types of reviews, because it is me just going, what the fuck are you trying to do? What the fuck? And I guarantee if I try and watch this again, I'm going to fucking die from an embolism or something like that. I really hope you're going to join me for that live stream. It will be tomorrow night, 10 o'clock British time. Also, please join us in the Discord. The link's in the description to this review. There's some great people there. So hopefully you'll come and join us there and have a bit of a laugh. Discovery has returned with, I think, a pretty powerful wet fart of season 5. I'm not particularly excited for what is to come, and it's really weird for them to have actually said what they're actually chasing after so early on. It's not really a mystery box as much as it is just a box with a mystery that was solved at the end of the first episode. I wonder where they're going to go with this. I'm wondering if I care. It seems like Discovery is just going to end as poorly as it started. If you don't agree with me, that's absolutely fine. Everyone is entitled to their opinion. This is my channel, my opinion. So, hey, there you go. I hope you enjoyed this review. And please, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button if you like what I do here. And hit the like button if you like this video. Until next time, look after yourselves, look after one another. If you join me on the live stream, I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye for now.
I need the silence, stop the violence of the war in my head. done and said. And as I fall back to my shelter, I know I'll only find peace in your smile.